Hello, it's Zandi here. Imagine this. You've been taking care of your tomatoes, the leaves are green, and the fruit is starting to grow. Everything looks great until one day you notice the leaves are curling and your tomatoes start cracking. You ask yourself, what happened? It's so frustrating, right? But don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you why your tomatoes are facing these problems and how to possibly fix them. If you are tired of dealing with these issues and want to have healthy tomatoes, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe now. Let's fix this together. Let's begin with talking about curled leaves and why this happens. One reason is hot weather. If it gets too hot, your tomato plant tries to protect itself by curling its leaves. Another reason is watering problems. If you don't water your plants enough or you water them too much, they can get stressed and the leaves start to curl. Too much pruning can also cause curled leaves. If you cut too many leaves off of the plant, it can shock the plant and make the leaves curl up. Sometimes herbicides, those chemicals that you use to kill weeds in your garden, can also make the leaves curl. Be careful not to spray these near your tomatoes. If your tomatoes get a virus, this can also cause leaves to curl up really badly. Now you know the main reason why tomato leaves curl, but what can you do about this? Stay tuned, I'll share the solutions in a bit. Now let's talk about those cracked tomatoes and what makes them crack. The biggest reason for crack is uneven watering. If your tomatoes go for a long time without water and then suddenly get a lot of water, the fruit inside grows too fast and the skin can't keep up, so it cracks. Weather changes also play a big role. If you get dry weather and then a lot of rain, the fruit can crack because it absorbs too much water too quickly. Some tomatoes just have thin skin, and they crack easily when they grow too big. And if your plants go through extreme temperatures like very hot days followed by cool nights, the fruit may crack because the skin can't keep up with the temperature variation. So now we know why tomatoes crack, but how do we stop it? Stick around, I'll show you the fixes very soon. If so far you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. You don't want to miss the tips I'm going to share to help you fix these tomato problems. As promised, let's talk about how to fix these problems. First, starting with your curled leaves. Make sure you water your tomatoes consistently. Give them enough water, but don't flood them. In between your watering, give them some time to fully absorb the water. If it's really hot where you live, try to give your plants some shade, especially during the hottest months of your season. This will help to protect them from the sun. I must say, summers do get really hot here in South Africa. I'll give you a link to a video that I did where I made myself a makeshift sunshade for my tomatoes because it was very hot. When you're pruning, be careful not to cut too many leaves at once. Only prune the parts of the plant that need to be pruned and try to avoid pruning too often. Avoid herbicides near your tomatoes. They can cause serious damage, even if you use them far away from your actual tomato plant. If your plant has a virus, you may need to remove the infected leaves and plants to stop from spreading. However, if you do this, also don't prune all of the leaves at the same time. Give the plant a little bit of time to recover. We have solved the problem of curled leaves. Now for the cracked tomatoes. To stop cracking, the most important thing is consistent watering. Water your plants evenly, don't let them dry out completely and then suddenly give them too much water all at once. Mulching can also be helpful to your plants because the soil around your plants will retain more moisture and prevent sudden drying out. If you live in an area where weather suddenly changes, you can pick your tomatoes just before the storm or before the temperature drops. This will help to stop them from cracking. Another solution, you can try planting crack-resistant varieties like the Julian tomato. This variety has thicker skin, so it's less likely to crack. Now you know why your tomato leaves curl and why your tomatoes crack. But this is not something to crack your head about. These problems are easy to fix. With regular watering, some shade, and a little care, your tomatoes will thrive. Remember, gardening is all about learning. It's okay if things don't go perfectly at first, just keep trying and you'll get better every year. And those cracked tomatoes, as long as they are ripe, you can still eat them. I'd love to hear how you're dealing with these issues in your own garden. Let me know in the comments section below. If you found any use for this video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share it with your gardening friends. And as always, happy gardening to you.